Today on OC News,
the Hawaiian Islands remain on flood watch due to heavy rainfall.
The Artemis crew captured a new image of the Milky Way on its way to the moon.
Cal State Fullerton softball was once again defeated by UCLA at last night's game.
OC News starts now.
This just in. Tech news. First responder on police. There's been a lot of collaborative efforts.
I feel blessed to be here in Fullerton.
Brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Fullerton.
OC News starts right now.
Good evening and welcome back to OC News. I'm Damiana Gabriel.
And I'm Melissa Franco. Thank you for joining us today. Hawaii is bracing for more heavy rainfall following recent devastating floods, prompting emergency warnings and road closures. Authorities warn that rivers and streams remain swollen, increasing the risk of additional flooding and dangerous landslides. Roads and low-lying areas could become impassable, and residents are urged to stay indoors whenever possible. Emergency services are on high alert, and officials are reminding everyone to monitor weather updates closely and follow local advisories as the storms move across the islands.
A Long Island man has pleaded guilty to the strangling of 8 women in the notorious Gilgo Beach murders. 62-year-old Rex Heuermann admitted to killing the women over the span of a decade. Many of his victims were sex workers. Authorities say DNA and cell phone evidence finally linked him to the crimes. The families of his victims have waited years for answers. Sentencing is set for June, with prosecutors seeking life in prison without parole.
Gas prices are on the rise again, and for many drivers, the cost of a simple commute is adding up faster than ever. Reporter Arleth Romero has more.
Gas prices across the country have been steadily rising, putting pressure on everyday drivers. For many, filling up a tank now feels like a financial burden rather than a routine stop.
Personalmente me ha afectado porque yo viajo desde Anaheim to Huntington, entonces el galón ahora mismo está como a $7.70. Yo uso diésel, tengo un carro diésel y prácticamente afecta porque a veces voy hasta West Covina. Prácticamente los customers también se están quejando de que la gasolina está muy cara. Ya no echan lo que habitualmente ellos estaban echando. Están bajando en cuestión de, por ejemplo, si ellos echaban 30 a la semana, hoy están echando menos. Entonces también ellos se quejan mucho con Frank.
With a vehicle that only takes premium gas, my gas tank used to cost me $50 to fill up. Now that's only getting me halfway. And as a commuter student, it's heavily affected my pockets.
However, not everyone is feeling this impact. Some drivers are choosing a different path.
With the prices of gas high now, I have not been affected. I switched over to electric last year, and I pay the same price each time I charge. In this current economy, it's honestly so much cheaper than paying the gas prices that are now.
As prices at the pump continue to increase, more drivers may start weighing their options, adjusting their budgets and daily routines. In Fullerton, reporting for OC News, Arleth Romero.
NASA released a new picture of the Milky Way taken by the Artemis II crew. The image was taken on day 7 of a 10-day mission to circle the moon. The photo shows thousands of stars with a shining cloud in the middle. It was captured just one day after the crew finished a historic flyby around the dark side of the moon. The crew lost all communication with Earth for 40 minutes during this mission. Artemis II will make its re-entry before splashdown on the coast of San Diego this Friday.
Coming up after the break, we'll learn more about our campus's Run Club.
And how the search for an internship isn't as scary as it seems. Stay tuned.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut, the one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
I have a question about
Welcome back. We have a surprise in the upcoming weather forecast this week. Vachis is in the studio with the latest weather updates.
Okay, Alyssa, thank you. Let's start off with the current temperature in the city of Fullerton. So, the temperature currently right now is at 79 degrees with the low of 57. Winds are at 9 miles per hour, and we hit a humidity of 41%. The sunrise started at 6:28 a.m., and the sunset will begin at 7:18 p.m. today. Let's move on to the 5-day forecast. So on Thursday, we're going to have a high of 77, a low of 57. It's going to be partially cloudy. On Friday, it will also be partially cloudy with the high of 73 and a low of 56. And surprise, on Saturday, we're actually going to get some rain with the high of 68 and a low of 56. So we're going to have some light showers on Saturday. On Sunday is when we're going to have more heavier showers, and that is going to be with the high of 64 and a low of 51. The rain will continue on to Monday with a high of 64 and a low of 51. So we're going to have different weather every day this week with partially cloudy and going into rain. I think it's been a minute since we've had rain in Fullerton. So that's all the weather for right now. Demi, make sure you get your umbrella ready for the upcoming days. Back to you guys in the studio.
I will do you one better. I am staying home this weekend. I really could not imagine being outside. What about you, Alyssa? Do you like outdoor activities, maybe running?
No, I don't like running at all. Like, honestly, I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, I cannot run for my life. But yeah, so it's a good thing the weather is warm, or going into cold from warm. But yeah, no, I don't have to run. I don't want to do that. But no.
I'm really the same way. I cannot imagine running for fun. However, for those who do like an occasional run, there's a new exercise club at CSUF. Samantha Vo has more.
Is now helping students focus on something a little different, running. This student-organized run club began when the creators of the page decided to shift their focus towards building a healthier and more active community on campus.
We were like, what could we do that's like fun? Because we started getting hella active too. We would start running. I know Bryce, the president, he would start running every day. And so he was really the one who inspired the run club aesthetic. And I was like, oh, that's tough. That's like, I always wanted to be in a run club, and starting one would be super fun.
Now the club brings students together for group runs, welcoming experienced runners, beginners, and guys in the middle.
I know a lot of people, some of my friends too, who want to get into running and do CrossFit and other things like that. So I think doing that allows people to have somewhere to go, and I know people don't like to run alone. They like to prefer running in groups, so the club would give them that option.
As more students join, the club hopes to keep creating a positive space where staying active becomes part of everyday campus life. Students interested in joining Guy in the Middle Run Club can find more information through their social media page.
You guys can find us at GITMRC.
I'm Samantha Vo, in Fullerton, reporting for OC News.
Next, we're swinging it over to Sacha Tribe to hear the latest in CSU sports and NBA scoop.
Thank you, guys. Our teams have been busy lately playing against UCLA, and the Lakers are struggling playing without their big three. Cal State Fullerton baseball had a hard time last night against the nation's best team, the UCLA Bruins. The feeling of victory for the Titans was short-lived following the series sweep against UC Riverside, as they took on number 1 ranked UCLA. The Bruins were led by number 1 rated MLB draft prospect Rob Chalowski as his birthday celebration, including bashing 2 home runs during the game, bringing the team its 24th consecutive win, with a final score of 7-3. The Titans look to right the ship and get back over the 500 mark this week as they take on rivals Cal State Long Beach for a 3-game series. The Cal State Fullerton softball team played in a thrilling back-and-forth game against UCLA, a team that has given them a hard time since 2018. The Titans fired back from a 6-run first-inning deficit against number 10 ranked UCLA to tie things up to a 6-6. Their pitching struggled early as sophomore Eva Hurtado was unable to get an out to start the game, walking 4 batters in her outing. CSUF led late after a seesaw battle, a game that saw 4 different ties. Looking to close things out with a 1-run lead in the 7th inning, the Titans blew the lead by allowing 3 runs, falling to the Bruins by a score of 13-11. The loss marked the Titans' 13th straight defeat to the Bruins, a stretch dating back to 2018. Now, if you're a Lakers fan, you might want to look away as their streak of bad luck continued last night. The Lakers played the number 1 seed Oklahoma City Thunder for their final matchup of the season. The Lakers, however, were shorthanded, playing without LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and Austin Reeves. Lakers head coach J.J. Redick told reporters that their center DeAndre Ayton simply couldn't catch the ball, which contributed to their performance gap. The final score was a blowout, with the Thunders winning 123-87. With the season end just around the corner, fans can only hope that their team can do better against the Warriors tomorrow, and that their MVP, Luka, will recover from his injuries in time for the playoffs. That's enough losses for today. I'll shoot it back to you guys.
Thanks, Sasha. Searching for internships can be tough. Samantha Mraz has more on this topic.
6 weeks left of spring semester, summer can feel farther than ever, but the pressure to secure an internship is building. Cal State Fullerton students worry if they haven't found one yet, time may be running out.
Don't feel like you have to do all of it at once. Break it into manageable chunks. So a win is a win, even if it's 10 minutes. So if you can spend 15 minutes updating your resume, set a timer and spend 10 minutes following companies and brands that you like on LinkedIn or on social media.
There's no need to panic. Opportunities are available still. Both summer and fall internships are opening.
Kind of a lot to have to look for an internship and do schoolwork, but once I found one, it was a pretty smooth sailing from there. Since it was moved, I knew my placement was secured.
Networking can also play a key role in the search. Connecting with professors, classmates, and industry professionals can open doors. Even a quick message or conversation makes a difference.
Students shouldn't go through the search alone. Here on campus, there are multiple resources designed to help with each step. Right behind me is a career center. You can stop by through their drive-through hours or by scheduling an appointment.
You're not alone. There are other students in the same boat. Tap into them. There are a lot of resources within the College of Communications, the Career Center, the Center for Internships and Community Engagement that are all here to support you. So please reach out to us if you need help.
Deadlines are approaching and students are encouraged to take advantage of every resource available here on campus. Each step counts. Opportunities may lie only one application away. I'm Samantha Meras with OC News.
When we return, we'll hear all about Olivia Rodrigo's new upcoming album.
And how a piece of the Eiffel Tower will soon be up for grabs. Stay with us.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our everyday.
Sony Pictures Entertainment is expected to make hundreds of layoffs in their film and industry departments. The layoffs have been described as strategic moves from Sony rather than cost-saving decisions. The company has plans to focus on their areas of strength like anime and PlayStation. This decision is causing Sony to impact their businesses that have seen lower growth, like Pixelmondo, with layoffs. They plan to make changes to free streaming content on sites like YouTube and their shows like Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy!
Staying on the topic of entertainment, here we have Samantha Mraz with more of what's going on.
Thank you, Demiana. Okay, can I have the attention of every Olivia Rodrigo fan watching, because you will want to hear this. Pop rock star Olivia Rodrigo announced her third album, You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love, set to release on June 12th. After her second album, Guts, released in 2023, fans across the world are excited to see what she has up her sleeve. Make sure you catch her first single, Drop Dead, on April 17th. You won't want to miss it. Now, let's talk Howard Stern being sued. Howard Stern's former personal assistant, Leslie Kunn, is suing both him and his wife over allegations of a hostile work environment. She was fired in February after being put in the middle of some questionable business operations. At the moment, Stern has not commented on the issue. After the devastating storms that struck Hawaii, a benefit concert is being held to help residents. Actor Jason Momoa is holding a benefit concert in Hawaii. Tickets will start at $50 and all proceeds are going straight to families affected by the storms. Momoa and his band are set to perform on April 23rd along with other local artists. That's all I have on entertainment this week. I'll take it back to you two at the desk.
A piece of the Eiffel Tower is going up for auction within the next month. The French monument is set to sell a staircase that was replaced by elevators in a 1983 overhaul. The auction will happen on the May 21st at a location in Paris. The staircase is expected to sell between $140,000 and $175,000. The piece was stored in a private collection to get it in good condition.
I think that is so interesting. If you could take one piece of any building that they're putting up for sale, what would you take?
Honestly, to be kind of candid about it, I think I would honestly take the HO out of the Hollywood sign, but I probably shouldn't say that.
It's really good. I think I would take, I don't know, I haven't really thought about it. Maybe I would take the panda from the basement here at CSUF.
That's a good one. Perfect. Well, thank you guys for tuning into OC News. I'm Melissa Franco.
And I'm Demiana Gabriel. Don't forget to follow us on our socials at OC News CSUF and at Titan TV CSUF. Thank you again and have a great night.